Hi everyone, welcome to NetGate Chemistry. So today we are going to study about some general concepts of physical chemistry. So in your physical chemistry, before starting your electrochemistry part, the two parts which I'm going to upload here, part 1 and part 2, are going to be very useful for you before starting your electrochemistry. Okay, so first of all, we are going to study mole concept. Okay, for mole concept, what you should know is I'm not going to give you so many of the formulas. You just have to remember this one thing, that if I'm taking any substance, let it be any substance, any atom or molecule or compound, ionic compound, 1 mole of any compound, that is always equals to Avogadro number, that is 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23 particles or atoms or molecules or your protons or your neutrons or anything. Okay, 1 mole is always equals to the Avogadro number of them. Okay, this is your first formula. Also, 1 mole is equals to the atomic mass or your molecular mass in case of a molecule, or your formula mass in case of ionic compounds. Okay, in ionic compounds we use formula mass. So these are basic two formulas which you always have to remember. Okay, so you can say 1 mole will be equal to Avogadro number of those particles, and that will always be equal to mass. It could be atomic or molecular or your formula mass. Okay, so this is what you should remember always. Okay, just star mark this. So if I'm saying 1 mole of, suppose I'm taking example of an atom, for example carbon, 1 mole of carbon will be equal to 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23 atoms of carbon, and that will be equal to 14 gram of carbon. Okay, suppose I'm talking about 1 mole of water, then it will always be equals to 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules of water, and that will be equal to the molecular mass of water. Molecular mass comes out to be 16 plus 2, 18 gram of water. Okay, now for formula mass, if 1 mole of NaCl is given, this is an ionic compound, NaCl is an ionic compound, that will always be equal to 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules of NaCl, that will be equal to the molecular mass of NaCl. Okay, so it will be equal to 58.5 gram, right? So this is about your a major formula. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you about normal temperature and pressure and standard temperature and pressure. What is the difference between two of them? If I'm talking about normal temperature and pressure, that is your NTP, that means the temperature is 25 degrees Celsius and your pressure is 1 atmosphere. Suppose I am talking about standard temperature and pressure, then it is understood that temperature is 0 degrees Celsius and pressure is 1 atmosphere. Okay, so this is the basic difference between your normal temperature and pressure and your standard temperature and pressure. Also, there is one more formula, that is 1 mole of any gas is equals to 22.4 liter at standard temperature and pressure. Okay, this you always have to remember. So this is all about your mole concept of your particles or atoms or molecules, basically all of those things which you can measure or weigh. Okay, so based on these formulas, I'll just solve some of the examples so that the concept is clear to you. Okay, so suppose we have been given a question that is calculate the mass of one molecule of N2, okay, nitrogen gas. So how to approach this? We just have to remember that formula which I have written. I have told you that 1 mole of any substance is equals to 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23, in this case molecules of N2, and that will be equal to the molecular mass of N2. Okay, so now we have to see between which two things we want our relation. Here we have to calculate the mass, and we have been given we have to calculate the mass of molecule of one molecule. We have to get a relation between number of molecules and the mass. So the relation is this one, molecules and mass. We have to use these two. Okay, so 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules of N2 will be equal to molecular mass of N2, which is 28 gram. Okay, now I want to calculate for one molecule. For one molecule it will be how much? For this much molecule it is 28. For one it will be what? This divided by Avogadro number, that is 28 divided by 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23. This is your unitary method. For x number of molecules, this is the mass. For one molecule, how much will be the mass? Just divide that. Okay, so what we are going to get is, we can take this 10 raised to power 23 above, it will be 10 raised to power minus 23. Okay, and if we solve 28 divided by 6.022, 4.649 into 10 raised to power minus 23 gram. This will be the mass of one molecule of N2. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next question. So the next question is, calculate mass of 3 molecules of water. Now how to approach this question? Again, we know 1 mole is equals to 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23, in this case molecules of water, which will be equal to the molecular mass of water, which is 18. Okay, now we want the relation between the number of molecules and the mass. So we'll use this one, number and mass. So 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules of water equals to 18 gram. So one molecule will be equal to, one molecule of H2O will weigh equal to 18 upon 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23. So how much it comes? We can take 10 raised to power 23 above. Okay, and if we solve 18 divided by 6.022, 2.98. Okay, this is the mass of one molecule of water, but we want the mass of 3 molecules of water. So what we are going to do is, for 3 molecules of water, mass will be equal to what? For one molecule, mass is this. For 3 molecules, how much? 3 multiplied by this. Okay, how much it comes? 10 raised to power minus 23 remains as such. (8.94 into 10 raised to power minus 23 grams. So this is the mass of your 3 molecules of water. Now the next question. Calculate number of molecules in a drop of water weighing 0.05 gram. Again we know 1 mole is equals to molecular mass of water. I'll directly write it. Molecular mass of water is 18 gram, which will be equal to the Avogadro number. Okay, so 18 gram of water has this much number of molecules. So how much molecules will be there in 1 gram? Just divide this by this. But we want for 0.05 grams. So what we are going to do, by 18. But we want for 0.05 grams. So what we can do is just simply solve it, and whatever is the answer, multiply that by 0.05. For 1 gram, we have to find like this. For 18 gram, it was Avogadro number. For 1 gram, how we can find? Just divide this Avogadro number by 18. This is the mass of your 1 gram of water. But we want for 0.05 grams. So what we can do is just multiply the answer which we have got above with 0.05. Okay, and that way you'll get your answer. Okay, now the last question. Calculate the number of moles in 7.9 milligram of calcium. So now I'm writing directly. I need a relation between number of moles and the weight. So 1 mole is equals to the molecular mass, in this case atomic mass. Atomic mass of calcium is 40 grams. So here in question we have to find for milligrams, so we'll change it into milligrams. 40 gram will be equal to how much milligrams? 40 into 1000 milligrams, so 40,000 milligrams. Okay, so we have got 1 mole is equals to 40 grams, which is further equals to 40,000 milligrams. Why we have converted into milligrams? Because in question the weight is given in milligrams. Okay, so 40,000 milligrams contain 1 mole of calcium. So we want for 1 milligram, we can reverse this, that is 40,000 milligram of calcium is equals to 1 mole. Okay, so 1 milligram of calcium will be equal to how much? 1 divided by 40,000. But we do not want for 1 milligram, we want for 7.9 milligram. So for 7.9 milligram of calcium, just take that above value 1 upon 40,000 and multiply that by whatever amount you require. After solving this, you will get 1.97 into 10 raised to power minus 4 mole. Okay, so this is all about your mole concept for all the atoms, molecules, basically the particles which you can measure or weigh. In the next video, we are going to cover the mole concept in case of solutions. That is, we are going to study about molarity, molality, normality, and some more formulas related to them. Thank you so much for watching.